4. Raptors recorded a franchise record 40 assists in the win. Bucks and the Bulls, that means heavy doses of that guy Giannis Antetokounmpo after the short trip to Chicago. Steps in for the steal. 2 steps later, he's at the rim.
Yeah, but you can't just throw it to him. You should throw it to your teammate. Just do it right to
This is why we have a coach on the set.
Yeah, throw it to your teammate, please. When he's running, I tell you what, everybody just get out of the way. He finishes so hard at the rim.
Second quarter, Chris Dunn to Zach LaVine. Knocks down the 3, and then it's Lauri Markkanen.
Oh, nice play.
Daniel Gafford with a nice night tonight.
How about Giannis?
If he does this consistently.
It's over. I mean, if he can make the 3 all the time, he's impossible to guard as it is.
He had 2 of 6 in this game. That's good enough. Kobe White heats up from the 3-point line in the 4th. Finished with 13. That one gave them the lead at 99-98. We got ourselves a ball game in the Windy City.
And Roy Williams should have came to see Kobe White earlier.
Right.
Because since then,
it's been unstoppable. Giannis and
that's unstoppable. Put him in the post. You saw him go left, go right. Both
take you out to Utah. The Minnesota Timberwolves are in town. It's a good one, 86-83. Karl Anthony Towns leads all scorers with 20 on the night. Craig Bowerjack and Matt Harpring, as always, are on the microphone.
Well, Karl Anthony Towns wants that basketball. Jeff Green did a great job of not allowing Cat Towns to get an easy pass inside.
See, that's been a real struggle for Conley. That shot, which I think would be money, rolls off. Rudy comes out to the 3-point line. Towns reaches out. They double it. Inside. Ball ricochets. Nicely done. Royce O'Neal hugs the baseline and saves it. Here comes Jeff Green, front court. Drives inside, out of bounds, and a foul.
Well, that's what the Jazz hang their hat on. Great defense. And that last stretch, great team defense. Coming down, double teaming Karl Anthony Towns, making him cough the ball up.
Trevion Graham picks up his 5th foul. See, we expected a lot of free throws in this game because you look at Minnesota, they average 27 free throws a night. That's 3 in the NBA. The Jazz are number 5 at 26.5. Not the case tonight. Vivint Smart Home Arena, the perfect place for your next group event. Great seats for Jazz basketball, dining, private events, and more. 355-DUNK to learn more. 19 free throws for Utah tonight, only 8 by Minnesota.
Yeah, the Jazz have done a great job of not sending them to the line. And we also talked about the bench with this free throw made right here. Joe Ingles with 11 and also Jeff Green with 11 off the bench. So that's 22 points between them. That's a good sign for the Jazz.
88-85. Nearly halfway through the 4th quarter, Towns launches and hits another 3. That's number 5 for Cat Towns tonight. 5 of 12 from behind.
By the way, Craig Bowerjack and Thurl Bailey on the call tonight in Utah.
As always,
Matt Harpring must have the night off.
Well, as always, it was Matt Harpring.
It's usually Matt Harpring.
Okay, all right.
Sometimes it's Thurl, usually Matt.
Tonight it was Thurl.
Come on, Harp. How about that shot by Karl Anthony Towns? I know you love your 6'11" guy taking that step back.
No, but it went right in. I mean,
didn't go in.
He started off the year shooting the 3 like crazy. Went into a little bit of a, kind of got back to average, but he's making a lot of them. I'd like to see him on the box a little bit more, depending on who's guarding him. They do run a 5-out offense, and so the paint's wide open, which should lead to a lot of dribble drive. And so, playing with those centers now that can spread, it just opens up the paint. And if you got any kind of dribble drive great game, you should really take advantage of that. And sometimes I don't see the Wolves. I think they take so many threes.
Yeah.
They take a bazillion threes.
Well, I wanted to ask Wes, as someone who's been in charge of building a team, it's a little bit of a blessing and a curse that Cat is their best 3-point shooter, because he's also a really good interior scorer.
Yeah, no, it really helps if you have a great shooting big. You need somebody, a guard, a wing, that can make plays, get in the paint. Jeff Teague can do that. The question with Jeff Teague has always been about consistency. But Karl Anthony Towns, at this point, I mean, he's being guarded by Rudy Gobert. Rudy's being asked to defend that step back. That's really, really tough.
This is one of the times when you have a lot of versatility. I don't mind Cat on the perimeter because Rudy Gobert is a very good interior defender.
That's right.
So you just take him out of the paint, it opens up. But I'm with you. It's Antetokounmpo fit with Brook Lopez so well because there was just that paint. And so you need that guy that can put his head. I'm not sure Teague, to me, can get in the paint and can find people enough for me. I mean, he can get in the paint, but I don't like his vision in there. You need a guy that can get in the paint and find everybody around the floor with three-point shooters.
And Jeff Teague is unlikely to be the point guard of the future here, of course, as we know. Yeah. He's got an expiring contract this year. But it's curious because the fit we're talking about, why it was, in Golden State. Help me out with the name.
Who are we talking about?
The point guard.
Steph Curry?
No. D'Angelo
Russell.
Because he's not the playmaking. He's not the breakdown point guard.
Right.
He's a similar kind of slow it down, play from behind the line and not create for everybody else.
Utah, by the way, excuse me, I'll try to get the voice back.
You sound like Thurl Bailey.
I sound nothing like Thurl Bailey. I wish I could sound like Thurl Bailey.
If you talk like this, you'd sound like Thurl Bailey.
I wish I could speak clearly right now.
You can't.
88 all. We'll revisit in Salt Lake City in a little bit as Game Time presented by Kia continues.
Emergency timeout, 20-second for Matt. Come on.
Boston on the road, good bounce-back game after losing in Sacramento last night. Jaylen Brown, sure, why not? Wow, it's a 17-point lead. Rough shot over the Blazers with a 132-108 win. James Harden had a ho-hum 36, slightly below his season average. While Russell Westbrook went for 18, 13, and 10, his 141st career triple-double. He spoke with Kaylee Griffin.
What did you see from the Blazers defense tonight that allowed you to find those lanes and attack so fluidly?
One-on-one, man. It's hard to stop us one-on-one. And when we attack the basket, I get whatever I want. It's up to me to making the right plays.
We saw you push the ball coast to coast for a layup in 4 seconds. Your speed has changed the entire dynamic of this Rockets offense. How comfortable do you feel this team is adjusting to your speed?
Trying to get there. My job is to keep challenging our guys to better run the floor, run with me, and my job is to push the pace and use my energy to better bring the team together.
This team has preached defense since game one, and over the last 5 games, you've had the best defensive rating in the NBA. What changed?
Everyone's taking pride in locking the defender up, one by one, man to man. We're locking guys up, and I think we're taking pride now. We got to continue to do that if we want to win the ring.
I don't want to say there's a correlation, but tonight is your first bobblehead night ever.
That's my first bobblehead. I never had a bobblehead since I've been in the league, so
should we have more?
Sure, why not?
I feel like every human should get a bobblehead at some point, right?
I've had a bobblehead.
Of course you have. You're a Hall of Famer. Well, most of the rest of us don't get one.
I thought we should have a Matt Weiner bobblehead.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
I'm with you.
Wow. Also from Texas, Luka Doncic is trailing Russ by 127 career triple-doubles at the moment, but the 14th of his career made him the second youngest ever to put up a 40-point triple-double. Strictly speaking, as a scorer, what is Luka Doncic's potential, looking at him as a 20-year-old here?
Unlimited, just for the fact that he can shoot the ball and the ability. He's gotten stronger, a little bit quicker, but he's just clever. He can get to the rack. I love the fact that he's scoring in the paint more, and he's more efficient when he gets in there. But all that put together, it's still his ability to make plays that excites me more than anything else. I've seen a million different scorers, but I tell you, his ability to make plays and make players better. He makes everybody in the team better. That's a gift to make everybody in our team better. Luka's got that.
It may be an unfair question because you get the whole package, but is he more valuable as a scorer or as a playmaker?
Oh, man, it's both, really. It's too hard to pick. He's second in the league in assists, and that playmaking, he's doing it down the stretch. He's got a clutch gene in him. This is a franchise player, a future MVP, certainly an MVP candidate right now. Just a great, great player for the Mavericks.
Also 6th in the league in scoring. I didn't know they'd isolated that scoring gene. They found that?
I think, he's got it.
Oh, he's got it. All right.
Learn something new every day.
Science, right?
Yeah, science.
Undefeated.
I got it.
More coming up here on the way with Melo set to make his Blazers debut Tuesday. We'll talk about the match and the next phase of Carmelo's career. Staples Center, where the OKC Thunder are in town against their old buddy, Paul George, getting their first look at the Thunder as an opponent since he left via free agency. Brian Seaman and Chauncey Billups are on the call early in the fourth quarter in L.A.
Whether it's trying to get to the free throw line, Brian, or just, 3-point shots, isolation plays, I look for Paul George to try to be aggressive to close this game.
He took 5 shots in the first 6 minutes of the game. He only has 5 shots in the last 15 that he's played. Lobs it to Montrez. Oh, flying around Staples Center like he's got a jetpack on.
And that's exactly what I'm saying. You got Chris Paul guarding Paul George right there. They're going to come and bring a little help over, which is what they did with Steven Adams. Nice find right there by Paul George.
4th assist for George. Paul inside, no. 2-handed rebound by JaMychal Green. Looking to break the tie. Magruder knifing his way to the rim. Good hustle by OKC. Shea. Blocked from behind by Montrez. Paul George on the prowl. A whistle and a foul that slows the break.
Nice offensive play right here in the isolation situation. Nice lob right there to Montrez from Paul George. But how about the defense? How about Montrez continuing to pursue in a tough matchup with Shea Gilgeous-Alexander? I'm sure they'll be talking about that after the game.
Montrez greeted all his former teammates warmly. Down Figueroa and pumps it in with 2.
And we talked about somebody really needed to get going in one of these last couple quarters. Montrez has really turned it on both ends of the floor.
18 for Trez. Clippers by 2. Baisley spins his way to the rim, but underbarrels off the window. Magruder with time and space. Trez with a rebound to keep it alive. Wants to go ISO on Adams. Mishandles. Lou to George, going to have to don a cape late in the clock. He's aware, contested 3. Montrez with his second.
Oh, that's got crunch time live look written all over it.
Oh, it does.
70-68.
Is it the second quarter?
No, it is not.
That score feels like it's a second quarter score.
A lot of good defense.
Neither team is shooting better than 39%. Clippers are just under 39. OKC's at 35.5%, and the two teams combined are 12 of 51 from three-point range.
Wow.
More coming up here. More on Luka Doncic's historic night in Dallas as the Mavericks hand the Spurs their 6th straight loss.